And so our journey into hunting continues. This fall, we were lucky to have the opportunity to hunt pronghorn in New Mexico. Unlike our first hunt for mule deer in Oregon or our second hunt for blackbuck in Texas, this was going to be a DIY hunt with no guide, just access to some landowner tags and a place to hunt via an outfitter. The mule deer hunt was tough, both physically and mentally, but the blackbuck hunt was an easy, almost casual experience. We're hoping the antelope hunt will be something in between. But first, we've got to go shopping. We don't need We had a short list of items that we forgot to bring or didn't have the room to bring, which included a shooting mat, some targets, game bags, and some paint for the steel target that we're borrowing from a local friend.
So I'm going to take my first shot and see where I need to adjust.
All right, so we're setting up our sticks at kneeling height at 300 yards to see how quickly we can set them up, what they need to be at, and how quickly we can get on them with our guns and acquire the target, and practice that a few times. And we're shooting the Mossberg Patriot LR Tactical, which is chambered in 6.5 PRC, and we're sending the Hornady Precision Hunter 143 grain ELDX for our target practice and hunting.
I'm shooting the Mossberg Patriot Predator, chambered in 6.5 PRC, and I'm using a borrowed loophole scope that is the VX6 HD 3-18 by 44.
He's the only buck I see in there. And they've got water right over here. We just passed it.
Yeah.
In this pasture.
Okay.
And they've got water.
So we were approaching this pivot and we were glassing and saw a bunch of does and just kind of decided to wait and see if we saw a buck, and we do see one now. Is he still in that same spot?
Yeah, he's laying down.
All right, we're gonna head up to an area where there's much higher elevation, there's a bunch of yucca, and we were up there yesterday when we were scouting, and it's a great place to glass. So we're gonna go up there now and look down into the valley and see a lot more of the property and see what we can see. We spotted all of the antelope that we saw when we were on an adjacent road, and we came up here to see if maybe they would come up here, but they're all kind of like taking their time and fiddling about, and then we saw some more that are even further away. So,
and a really nice buck who's just laying down, but not easy to get to.
And there's a bunch over on a ridge that we're trying to figure out how to get to, so we're going to see if we can get to the other side of that ridge, or at least figure out how to access the ridge, see
and
what
maybe
we can do.
Give them a little time to maybe come toward the water and check out another piece of the ranch. So we'll be back. was a bust.
Yeah, it was a bummer. We spotted a couple bucks off the road. So we hopped out and hiked up to try to get closer. And as we were looking for them, we saw them pop over the ridge and disappear. And right then, we saw another bigger buck laying down directly within our line of sight. And he stood up, so we each tried to get on him, but
I tried first because he was within range, comfortable range for me, and he started moving off.
and I tried, and we just kept moving, got out of range. So it was pretty exciting though, because he was right in our line of sight between us and those other two bucks. Very unexpected, but
Yeah.
he was really nice looking. And I don't know, they're on the other side of the ridge now.
That's really far.
There were 4 bucks though, 1 big one, 3 little ones. Well, so we were down on the other side of this ridge. We were looking over the valley, and we saw on this ridge a bunch of different antelope. We saw a couple old toes, and then a threesome of bucks, 2 small ones and a big one. So we drove up on this side and came up over the top, parked out of sight, and then we walked on foot, tried to sneak up on him, and ended up spooking him. And then we noticed that there were actually 4 bucks. So 1 big one and 3 little ones that just took off on us. And we must have spooked him. They took off on us and went up over the ridge. So we lost. No, he's beautiful. You did a great job. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel really good. I mean, he came down in one shot. This guy, you can tell he has a lot of stories. You know, just by some of the markings on him with the way these prongs are. This gash here is from a fight. So I just got my first pronghorn antelope. We were actually trying to head over to a herd of, I don't know, looked like 20 pronghorn antelope over to our west here. And we just looked over to the other side, and here this guy was. So I grabbed my gun, ran out, and took my shot. And he's a good one. I like the horns. I was looking for an antelope with some taller horns and prongs up high, so I'm feeling good about it.
Okay, so it's the second day of the hunt, and we saw a lot of antelope yesterday. So we're coming back to a couple different places right away this morning that we are pretty sure we're going to see some animals, and right away we started seeing some. So right now we're seeing a same group that we saw yesterday morning in the same spot. There's a nice buck in there, but I think the fact that he was here yesterday and last night and again this morning. I'm gonna let him walk and just see what else is out there. It's really early already. We're not even halfway through the hunt. So I feel good about letting him walk for now, and we can always come back and check him out later. Yesterday we spotted a group up here, but they were really far away. And today we came up to get a better look at them. And now that we've gotten closer, we can see that there are 3 bucks in there, but nothing we want to pursue right now. So we're just not gonna worry about them right now, and we're just gonna go to the other side of the property and see what we can see. We spotted a group up in the hills where we were glassing, and they ran out, and we came out, and I came out and put a couple stalks on them, but they kept getting out of range. So we took a different road to get well in front of them, and we're gonna see if now we can get a shot. All right, so we spent the last probably hour stalking a group of, 5 does and a nice looking buck, and got him within range once, totally missed him, and crept back around him to try to cut him off in the direction they were headed. Got a decent shot, or got him in range, and hopefully got him down. So we're gonna walk up and see what's up. Nice, bud. All right, well, I've been stalking this animal for hours now. I'm near a very high point on the ranch where we were glassing, and just happened to spot him up in the yucca and the cactus with a bunch of does, and kind of been trying to cut him off with his posse and had to stop. Got out a couple times to try to get a shot on him, but he kept getting out of range, and eventually finally got to cut him off and get him down. So I'm really, really pleased with him. He's beautiful. He's very handsome. It's before I'm probably happy about that. So what'd you think?
It was awesome. It was so different from all the other hunts that we've done. I'm still kind of processing it, but I think antelope might be my favorite species, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're so pretty to watch, and they run so gracefully. It's fun to just watch them, and I mean, I had as much fun glassing as I did actually hunting.
I loved the antelope. I thought the antelope, just watching them, was really interesting, really fun. When you're hopping up a hill.
When you need your frickin'